Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's SmackDown, leading up right before Saturday night main event. I guess just like overall, lightly, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was an all right show. I uh I thought it started strong, I thought it ended strong, and I thought the middle, I don't know, it just felt like it was kind of filling time a little bit. Maybe leading into stuff, but I don't know. It was an okay show.
Yeah, I think I had the same vibe. I'm pretty sure people are going to be pretty harsh about it overall, but I know we got something big coming up tomorrow. I did think it was okay. We'll go into it like, spot by spot and whatnot, but yeah, I think everybody kind of has the same sentiment. Um, So we opened up with a segment, Tiffany calling out Jade. She comes out. I noticed right away her knees all bandaged up. She's calling out Jade. She's basically cleared as tolerated, but no physical contact before the match is what they're saying. And then basically Jade comes out anyways and says she's not messing with her till tomorrow night. What'd you think about this?
Just it was a good way to open it, I guess, to build to it. I think it's really kind of trying to showcase more that this injury that was reported on Tiffany's knee is what they're going with officially, and it sets up kind of a handicap for the match. So even if Tiffy kind of loses to Jade, it's just something that she can fall back on. It wasn't like a clean loss.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to make a prediction, I'm definitely predicting there's going to be a switch for that title tomorrow. I think there's like, fortunately, there's a lot of title defenses coming up, but I don't see a lot of them turning over, especially on a Saturday night main event. So I think this is one that will happen. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I thought, yeah, I think like you said, like her knees all bandaged up. It makes sense. They're gonna go for that. She's kind of like handicapped, so we'll see what happens with that. The only thing that could happen where I see Jade not winning, I guess, would be if something happens with Julia, right, where it comes out. Which I think, as a side note too, like I did notice there's only 4 matches on this Saturday night main event. I just feel like that title that Julia has, they need to do something with it. So I guess. Only thing I could see is something happening where Julia comes out and there's some kind of a disqualification. But other than that, I'm pretty sure it's just leading up to Jade winning tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that,
Well,
and I hope that it happens because if not, I think it'll kind of mess with her character too much.
yeah, yeah. And later in the show, they did actually have a backstage with Chelsea Green and Julia setting up a match for next week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that was the one where Nikki was behind again, right?
Yeah, yeah. Jumped out there, scared Chelsea.
Exactly, yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, so that was a cool one. Next up, we had backstage with R-Truth dressed as Santa Claus, saying that saying that it was Christmas. So that was pretty cool. And then we had a solo, calling Motor City Machine Gun some bums. And basically they kind of set up the Motor City versus MFT. So that was cool.
Yeah, I love our truth. That is always hilarious. Him thinking it's Christmas. Then yeah, the setup with the MFTs is good. I think MFTs are going to be going after everything, the taking it all, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a little one, and then we finally got the first match of the night, which was another U.S. Open title challenge from Dragunov. It ended up in the end of the day being Nathan Frazier versus Dragunov. This actually was one of my favorite matches of the night. Everybody knows I'm not a big Dragunov guy, so to speak. But basically, they're coming out, and then they had that guy Tommaso from DIY, kind of like calling him a bum. Frazier saying, why are you gonna give him an opportunity? And then Dragunov kind of like, I guess plays like Mr. Fair and says, wait your turn in line type of deal. But did you like this match, or what did you think of it?
Yeah, man, I think that's my match of the night. I think that was the best match. It started the show off strong. Um, there was like a couple spots that were a little sloppy, but for the most part, the energy was killer. It was a great match.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I'm gonna say I thought they were like super heavy on the Dragunov exposure this week. Maybe it's just because he's not like my favorite, so I just notice every time I see it. But I just feel like they're talking about him a lot. They had the promos going on social media with him working out. They played the same one on the show. But I thought Frazier did a great job selling. Like there was like one time I think in the beginning where he gets like a kick and totally like leaps over into the announcing table. And then they
Yeah.
had like some cool stuff where they're talking about like Seth Rollins trained him for a bit, I guess. Did you hear that?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then he had like a couple cool spots, like where he did the inverted DDT to the shooting star. So I thought that was pretty cool. And he had the Phoenix splash as well over the on the turnbuckle over the ropes. So yeah, I thought it was a good showcase for him, and I actually surprisingly enjoyed it, which I didn't think I would. After he did that Phoenix splash and then Dragunov kicks out, then I was like, okay, I think it's kind of like, downhill from here. And then Dragunov did end up beating him.
Yeah, man. I thought that whole match was awesome. The Phoenix Splash was great. I thought that was a really cool move. And then yeah, afterwards we ended up backstage with him and Tama Tonga setting up what's probably going to be coming soon between Ilya and Tonga.
Yeah, yeah. Did that happen right after?
Uh, I want to say, oh, Champa came out there calling his shot too. So
That's
I
what
have
happened. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's probably going to come out, but that was the backstage right after the match.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? I like, do you think what do you think they're gonna do? Like obviously they didn't have the Tommaso guy come out twice for like nothing, right? So I don't know what. I'm guessing like maybe next week we'll get Tommaso versus Dragunov since we got a piece of Fraxium versus Dragunov, and then he'll move on to Tama Tonga and they'll just beef with each other, the two tag teams, or what do you think?
Yeah, or Champa comes out and Tama Tonga comes out and takes over anyways, and they just push Champa to the side again. I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty funny too.
Yeah, that would be cool. We'll see what happens with it. Next up, we had the second match of the night. It was Kit Wilson fighting again for against toxic masculinity again versus Carmelo Hayes. I mean, it was a cool match. Miz came out pretty quickly and he throws Hayes into the ring post, interrupting it. And then Kid drops an elbow, but Hayes still kicks out. And then Carmelo Hayes ends up doing the first 48 and gets attacked by Miz. I feel like it's been going on for a couple of weeks now. What do you think's in line for Carmelo and Miz? Like, do you think that this is something that's going to keep going on for the next month and be like a PLE worthy thing at Survivor Series, or do you think this is just kind of like more filler for the next month?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I thought the Wilson versus Hayes match was all right. Wilson hit like a really cool DDT at the beginning of the match that kind of caught my eye, and
Yeah.
other than that, yeah. So yeah, Miz coming out with the Skull Crusher at the end. Um, I don't know. It's not over yet, so I think it's going to build to something. Probably just on an episode of SmackDown. I don't know if it's going to be PLE worthy, but we'll see how long that builds up. I imagine we're going to see something with it next week.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. I feel like it's like a eternity away between now and the end of November. So I also feel the same way. That's why I asked. I was thinking like, I don't know if this is something that's going to be on that, but I feel like you're saying like a regular weekly episode. We'll see something happen with it. But
Yeah,
next step
just little
then.
mid card filler.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. Some mid-card filler. After that, we had Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. They like started it out with the backstage of the tag team champions talking about like friendship and making jokes about astrology and shit. And then eventually Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax happens. And then she was like talking about how she's gonna remind Nia how she outgrew her. Um, and then I do want to say I wanted to talk about Sammy and Nick Aldis. They had like a backstage segment in between Alexa and Nia walking out, but I guess first just to talk about the match. I thought it was cool. I thought there was like some fun spots and it was a solid match, but I didn't think it was anything great. I think like if anything, it just solidified like overall the bigger meeting solidified the partnership was strong between like Flair and Bliss, and they're getting along. So I think that's good to see. But I don't know. I didn't think anything crazy about it.
Yeah, no, about that Sammy and Aldis thing in the backstage, I was catching he was telling Sammy that he wasn't cleared, and I wasn't sure
Yeah.
what that was about. I don't remember seeing anything about Sammy being injured. You know anything about that?
I don't. I don't know anything about it. I was gonna ask you the same thing actually. I was like, maybe I just was high and not paying attention last week, but I did not. I didn't remember anything. I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know. I guess I was just kind of irritated. That's why I was gonna talk about it after. Um, but yeah, he was like coming out like he wanted to have Motor City Machine Guns back. And then Rhodes kind of like gives respect to Sammy and they talk about the contract thing. But I don't know, bro. I just felt like I get everybody likes Dragunov and all that, but I just felt like Sammy needs to have his own back. Like he was just like super respectful of getting beat by Dragunov. We're all good now. Let's keep on going down the road. Like I just felt like he should be advocating for his own rematch before he's trying to like be all mad about helping out Motor City Machine Guns. But yeah, that was kind of my thought on it.
I wonder if there's not some legitimate injury that actually had Sammy drop the belt to Dragunov in the first place now, because they're mentioning that he's not cleared, so he can't be running out there and doing stuff. That way the audience doesn't have that expectation. But I wonder if there's just something they're not really telling us right now.
Yeah, that could be that could definitely be true. Didn't even think about that, but well, we'll find out hopefully though. Because that
Yeah,
just makes sense.
and then the as far as the Charlotte Alexa match though, I don't know. Kind of the same thing with the Wilson and Carmelo Hayes, and that kind of sucks because I like both Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, but the match itself just kind of felt like a squash match of sorts. Like uh I don't feel like Alexa Bliss really got to get too much offense off at all. Like a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it was just Nia Jax being dominant. And then I feel like the finish kind of came out of nowhere.
Hmm.
And I don't know, and not in a good way, because it was kind of just like, oh, Charlotte made the assist there, and then boom, Alexa wins. It's like I felt like they built the whole match up,
Yeah.
showing me what a force Jax is, just to have that one trick take her out. Uh, I don't know. I felt that felt like lazy writing.
Yeah, I feel like they always kind of protect Nia Jax's character, but I definitely get what you're saying. I think that's like the third match of the night, right? I think the only one that I really was like super enjoying was the Dragunov Frazier one. I think
Yep.
like that's why I was kind of saying, the Hayes, like, is this PLE worthy in the future? Bliss, like, it is what it is. Definitely, if we're gonna stack up the week against each other, that tag team matchup that Alexa Bliss and Charlotte were in on Monday, I mean, that's was amazing compared to this one.
Yeah. No, hands down, that was a totally different match, and I don't blame any of the wrestlers. I just think it was written bad and kind of shoehorned in, and I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't know what to do with this episode before like Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
For it being a Halloween episode, it didn't seem very Halloween oriented. Like we didn't get the Wyatts didn't come out at all.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We got Nikki
what
lurking for a minute.
uh
That was it.
like pardon my French, but what the fuck is that about? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got Nikki lurking for a second and then just nothing. Uh I don't know. I just felt like there was a big missed opportunity to do something cool with the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Um, and then have fun with the writing rather than just do, I don't know, something that ended up being a little boring.
Yeah, I mean, I think, especially because this is the first one that we're doing, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. It's a Halloween episode. All kinds of crazy stuff gonna happen. I feel like even if you needed to do filler, just with the amount of talent in the back, the holiday, you could do so much. You know what I mean? So
Right?
I was just
What
kind of like, all right,
we
like,
we get one promo from Priest for Aleister Black and then a happy Halloween Damien's
Yeah.
fucking like villain laugh as he goes away. Just like that was the most Halloween thing on the damn episode.
Yeah, that and we got our truth dressed as Santa, which was entertaining because it's our truth. But it's
Right.
like, come on, man. I definitely agree. But yeah, like right after that, we had a bunch of promo, right? We had the promo with Ray Phoenix, for lack of a better word, Stockton slapping Tala Tonga
Oh,
and setting up
bro,
that match.
he slapped the shit out of Talatonga. I love that he was like, "Oh, I don't have a problem with you." The camera pans off, they pan back, and he's like on a box or something
Yeah,
that
he
so he
like
could
jumps
be
up,
like,
yeah.
so he could be like a foot and a half taller, just so he could bitch slap fucking Tamatonga.
Yeah, we
Uh,
saw we saw a little
so
bit about that later, but yeah.
yeah, that's definitely gonna set up a match for Talatonga next week. Uh, So I think we're going to see the MFTs in some more solo stuff as well. Uh, because then we had the promo right after it with Chelsea Green and Julia too.
Yeah, so right after that one initially, because then we have later on in the night they meet again. But right after that promo, we had the
Hmm.
Damian Priest versus Aleister Black promo. He's
Right.
talking about it's personal now for Damian. The devil can't stop him himself from punishing him. And what did you make of that? I mean, it was whatever. It was cool.
It was a corny ass promo, but it was it was all right. I don't know, man. He doesn't care that she burned his face though. That's all I really remember from it. Um, and then that laugh at the end, that was that was what stood out to me from that whole thing.
Yeah.
I felt like it's just kind of, I don't know, storylines that aren't really going anywhere.
Yeah, it was there. It just feels kind of dragged out, you know what I mean? But so we had that little promo, it was whatever. And then we had a backstage, Tiffy's limping. Nick Aldis is
Hmm.
concerned for her. Kiana and Julia walk up, they're kind of taunting her. I don't know, man. I didn't really like it. I get it. We already talked about it. They're really, really solidifying. The knees messed up. We're compromised here. You shouldn't even be fighting. So, I mean, that's kind of obvious. I think that we know where we're going here. I am happy to see Jade get developing, but I don't like it whenever they do that, but I get it. They do it with a lot of people that they like protect and whatnot. And then we had Chelsea come out with that Alba girl. I guess they're up next week. But yet again, it's the second week in a row that Nikki's kind of lurking back there in the shadows. I don't know. I just thought about it again right when I saw it. I just thought, man, why is like Julia not on Saturday Night Main Event? There's only four matches on the card.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were only four matches, but I guess that does make sense for Saturday night's main event. Though I think most of those matches are championship matches, right?
Yeah, so I mean, you can't complain too much.
Right. But yeah, I don't really know what to make of Nikki kind of lurking. I assume she's going to be coming after the US championship.
Hmm.
Um, other than that, I'm looking forward to the Chelsea Green Julia match. I think this could be them finally going, oh hey, look, we put the belt on Julia, but we had nothing ready. So let's give it back to Chelsea. Uh, which honestly, I'm fine with. I thought Chelsea Green was doing a hell of a lot more
Yeah.
to make that championship look good than Julia has, and at no fault of her own, they haven't given her any damn matches.
Yeah, I think
It's like make her defend it so that we at least have something. She can give us something in ring. You're not going to give her anything meaningful otherwise, other than letting Kiana James just kind of uh, get built up around Julia, but you didn't build Julia up in the first place.
yeah, for sure disappointed with the non-activity of Julia. I feel like if they put it on Chelsea, they'll randomly just start making it like have some meaning to the belt, which again, like you said, it's no fault of Julia's obviously, but it's like, why not do that now? But yeah, I definitely could see that. And again, to the point of the random crap that was going on, all these promos in between matches, because we only got like I think four matches tonight. My point is like, why not have that happen tonight? Like, why not have just had like a Julia versus Chelsea like build up, and that could have been the first match, and maybe for Halloween Nikki interrupts it and does some crazy stuff or something. But I don't know, it didn't happen.
I know. Why not have that match instead of uh Kit Wilson and Carmelo Hayes? I don't I feel like instead of some filler, you could have had actual content. And like we talk about it as we're watching it on television. What about all those people that paid for tickets tonight to go watch the show? And I'm sure they got you get your open, you get your close. You know, we've been to the live shows, but it, I don't know. I feel like some of those matches just weren't made for that stage either.
Yeah, and back to like the Nikki point, man, like the Wyatt Six literally have a haunted house at like the Universal Studios this year, right? Like it's literally
Hmm.
like a WWE Universal collab. It's like why is there no Wyatt Six on the Halloween episode when they literally have a fun house there? Like they even dropped a promo on YouTube, like a short video where it was like them being emotional, the members of the Wyatt Six as they're going through the house and talking about their experience, like reflecting on everything. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense why that wouldn't have been in there. That would have pulled on a little bit more strings on a fan personal note. But yeah, we get what we get, you know?
Yeah, I watched that promo literally right before SmackDown came on tonight.
Hmm.
Or not that promo, the video with the Wyatt Six going to the house at the Universal.
Yeah.
And that was good, but and even if you're not going to have them on the show, which I don't know why you wouldn't, like put them in the middle. That would have made sense for more of your mid card matches than what we got. But at the very least, give us some kind of vignette, some kind of video in between, rather than Priest calling out Black. Like, let's get something really cool with the Wyatt Six, like a video you could have made beforehand just to like do it. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's just a missed shot for the night. But
Yeah.
coming up next, I thought the last match of the night, the fourth one, wasn't it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like my favorite match of all time or anything, but it was better than I feel like the two matches before it. So it closed out the last match of the night not too well bad. But you had JC Mateo and was it Tama Tonga?
Tama. Yeah, Tama.
Yeah, against
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns. And dude, I thought that was a pretty good match. I am always entertained by the Motor City Machine Guns. I think they're a really great tag team. They got like a lot of cool synchronized moves that they do and shit. So it's kind of that classic tag team.
Much like the Nathan Frazier guy, I think they just like they have talent, so it was cool to watch them. But yeah, I thought I don't know, I thought I was impressed when they said that JC Mateo, I guess, had represented Guam in the Summer Olympics. I thought that was random but cool, I guess. And then I thought overall, like you're saying, it was a decent match. I felt kind of like a keep busy, like there's nothing really going on crazy with this storyline wise, but it was like, we're gonna keep them busy. We know what's going on. It makes sense. It wasn't horrible or anything like that, but it was solid. Um, and then in this match, it's kind of like more of the same, Solo does another distraction just like last week, leading eventually to the MFTs winning. And then afterwards, they're kind of ganging up, and Tala's like choke slamming somebody, and then Ray comes out, right? Or was Tala choke slamming somebody when Ray came out, or did he choke slam Ray Phoenix?
I mean both, but
Okay, yeah, so
I think it's both. Yeah. I
okay,
think he was choke slamming someone. Ray ran out, then Ray's getting destroyed. I
and then
mean,
Shinsuke, right?
he got a little bit of offense in, but like the whole time I'm sitting there looking at it and going, "You're in here with four other guys that are
Yeah,
all
come on.
big dudes." I'm like, "Yeah, Ray Phoenix is fast and strong and all, but like, come on, he doesn't think things through apparently,
Yeah,
because he gets wrecked just for Shinsuke to run out next."
yeah, and
Which
also get wrecked.
which gets a pop, which is why it was one of the more exciting matches of the show because you're getting like these pops of the people's music hitting and them running out, but ultimately all for them to just get wrecked by the MFTs.
Yep, exactly. And unfortunately, I see more of this happening next week with Ray Phoenix versus Tala. I feel like it's going to be more of the same. We'll see some of these same characters come out, but we'll see where eventually this is going.
Yeah, I think if Pinto wasn't involved in what he is on Raw with the belt right now, the Intercontinental and all that,
Hmm.
uh, I think it would be fun to watch Pinto run in eventually and save Ray, but uh, that's the only thing I could really see exciting me about that.
Yeah, exactly. So then basically last thing we had of the night, we had Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre contract signing. Drew, I don't know, seemingly just has an issue with the basic rules of wrestling matches, I guess. I don't know. He's like, if I get disqualified, I don't get the belt. He gets to keep the belt, whether it's his fault or not. And he's like refusing to sign. He's like even going to the extreme of saying, find another opponent for all I care. And then we get another stipulation match. Cody basically gives in and agrees to everything, doesn't really
Fuck
care
yeah,
about it and gives in to the demands. I was kind of thinking when he was like, I don't care, get another opponent. I'm like, Randy, let your music play. Like, let's come out
bro.
really quick. But anyway, so we
That
get
would
another
have been
stipulation.
that would have been epic.
Yeah, that would have been epic. Too good to be true, but
But
yeah.
I'm gonna play. I liked. I take Drew's side. Just because the rules were bullshit for like ever doesn't mean they're still not bullshit now. Uh, I think that yeah, it's a fucking title match. If Cody gets DQ'd because he hits him with a belt again, then yeah, Cody should lose the fucking belt. I agree with Drew, man.
Okay,
I'm
well
on his side.
this is perfect because I am the opposite. Drew doesn't like how Cody goes about his business, he's saying, and bro, I don't like how Drew goes about his business. He's over here whining like a little bitch, and he uses his influence as well to get these stipulation matches, right? And then he calls him the real American Dream. So, anyways, you're Team Drew, I'm Team Cody on this one. And then
I
eventually
mean,
Drew, go ahead.
Drew didn't really use his influence to get the match. He was willing to just walk away. It was really Cody that just wants a piece of Drew, you know? Cody
Yeah,
was willing to accept the stipulation,
he
and
got his
it's not
pride.
this is psychological, you know. Drew's just trying to get into Cody's head, saying he's the real American dream, which, you know, if you got to admit, that is the American dream, you know, an immigrant coming here, like becoming a citizen, working, becoming famous, getting a shot at the championship. That is the American dream. You know, Drew's not wrong.
Yep, that's Drew's downfall though. He's never wrong, but they always do his character wrong. So eventually he brings up the daughters, he gets slammed by Rhodes, and then basically, he gets the last say in this match, right? He hits the Claymore, he comes back, slams him through the table, and we're all set for Saturday Night Main Event. But I
Loved
don't
it.
know, bro. What do you think? I just don't see them overturning the title on Peacock. And I feel like we're definitely in for a long, grueling, entertaining match. But I just don't know, like, where does Drew go from here if he doesn't win, you know?
If he doesn't win,
Yeah.
um,
I just feel like they'd be doing his character
I
dirty.
don't. I don't know, man. I don't think he gives up. He keeps coming. He keeps on whining, and eventually he's gonna get another shot. But I don't know, man. I think they're gonna give it to Drew. I think Drew's gonna win.
You think
I
so?
think I think so. I think it's a shock, man. And I think I don't know. Cody's earned a little more time off. Maybe he's got to get another movie. He's got to go shoot. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like they were just such a big belt like that, the main belt of the company. And then they just signed these deals, these new deals and whatnot. I just can't see them doing it on Peacock. But
You
uh,
got to keep us on our toes, man.
yeah,
You have to. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a boring Saturday night's main event. Like so with that, I mean, I thought the end of the night was good though. I thought the first match was good and the build up was good. The end of the night after the tag team match was pretty good, and then with McIntyre and Cody. But what do you think we're leading into tomorrow night? So we got four matches coming up.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's let's go through them.
first I'm just gonna say, as you know, I'm normally a bit more positive. It was just kind of like for a Halloween night, for being stoked that we're talking about this one and posting it up for the first time. I was like, oh, they're gonna come out with some dope stuff. It was cool, but it was more filler. So overall, I'm gonna give SmackDown tonight. I'm gonna go like 6 out of 10, to be honest with you. But I don't know if you want to share yours, and then we'll go over tomorrow.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure how you wanted to do it, so I gave a letter grade and a number grade to every match.
Okay.
And I would say, yeah, if I was gonna average out the night, I'd give it like a 7.
Okay. And a seven
And
goes like a 70%, so that's like what, a C?
yeah,
Okay.
that's it's right in the middle. I thought it started strong, ended strong, in the middle kind of they fell asleep.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm gonna say 6, and I my letter would be a D plus. And sounds kind of bad. I'm gonna go C minus.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so for tomorrow night, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been doing a bunch of crap this week, but I'm pretty sure, obviously, we got Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship belt tomorrow night, a stipulation match. So we got that one. Again, I think
Who,
we just kind
who
of
do you
talked
think
about it a little bit. What was
who do
that?
you think so you think Cody's gonna win?
Man, I just can't see how Cody doesn't win this. I just don't. I do feel for Drew McIntyre. I don't know where he's gonna go from here. I don't like how they keep having like some things irritate me, like how they have Roman Reigns keeps opening right now, and I feel like I don't like what they're doing with this character. Or like same thing with Drew McIntyre. I don't like how they always have him lose and stuff like that. But I just can't see them giving this belt to him in that night. So I'm definitely gonna go Cody Rhodes.
All right, and I think I'm rooting for the underdog here. I okay, so I want Drew to win,
Uh-huh.
but I think that you're probably right.
Your heart's with
The,
Drew, but your wallet is with Cody Rhodes.
if I was a betting man, I would probably bet on Cody. So yeah,
Okay, yeah. So I definitely against. Okay, so what would your official pick be then?
I'm probably gonna have to pick Cody.
Okay, so we both say Cody, and then but you're not gonna be surprised if it's Drew, and then
This is who we think is gonna win, not who we want to win, right?
yeah, just who we think. Like if we had to make an actual
All right,
prediction, like gun to the head, what are we gonna pick?
all
Um,
right.
so then next up we have a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Rusev. Do you want me to make my prediction or you want to go first?
All right, let me go first on this one. So, because I'm a little torn here. I don't think Rusev's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm a little torn between whether I think it's going to be Penta or Dominic. Now, I want Dominic to keep the belt,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's probably what's going to happen in the long run. I think Dom has just been getting up to his tricks. You haven't had to see Judgment Day come out there and help Dom for a while. Now, he has had the help of the Americanos,
Yep.
and it's a triple threat match, which means no DQ.
Mm-hmm.
So we will probably see the Americanos out there and maybe Judgment Day too. And then on top of that, Dominus tricks. I think he's going to end up keeping the belt.
Yep, I agree with you. I definitely have Dominic winning. This is one of those ones where it seems like weeks go by and they have the same characters interact, and it's kind of like, man, again, again, again. I genuinely am entertained by these Benta, Rusev, Dominic, any way that they go about, and I feel like they're both kind of not going
Hmm.
to be done after this, but I really do like it. At the end of the day, man, we're like 30 days away from Survivor Series, and the Mysterios are from Southern California. They had that dope look when they had the father-son match. in Southern California, whenever that was, the year, 2 years ago. I can't remember at this point, but I think we're gonna be in for I can't see how we're not in for a big Dominic Mysterio, like super dope Southern California homecoming and Survivor Series. So again, maybe it's just my old jaded mind, but I can't see them taking the belt off of Dominic for this.
No, and I think to your point, I think they are gonna have Dom keep the belt, and I'm hoping it is because at that Survivor Series match at his homecoming that they're just gonna go ahead and have him fight John Cena. Uh,
That would be cool.
because now hear me out, that would make John Cena a Grand Slam champion. So there's incentive for him to go for an Intercontinental title shot, and Dom would just accept. I mean, it's John Cena. Come on.
Yeah. I think we could definitely get excited and talk all night about fantasy stuff versus like the excitement in the room right now versus like going through the four matches we got tonight. But let me just ask you really quick and then we won't get off topic anymore. What would you rather have Dominic Mysterio fight John Cena for the Intercontinental in Southern California, or would you rather have Dominic Mysterio beat John Cena? Like, would you rather have John Cena beat him in Survivor Series and get that belt, or would you rather have Dominic Mysterio beat John Cena for his last match?
Um, so I think have John beat him. That way, John gets to be Grand Slam champion,
Hmm.
and then have Dom be his last match and get the belt back.
Yeah, so bold. You have your cake and eat it too. No, that would be cool, but
Bro,
I don't think so.
and only because I heard this earlier today, it would be great if John did get the Intercontinental belt. Sheamus could beat him at his final match.
Yeah, that could happen as well. Okay, so keeping on with the quick before we wrap this up, the Saturday night main event card. Then we have CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the heavyweight world championship vacated title. I guess I'll go with this one first since you did the last one first.
Mhm.
Man, I think kind of like how you said with your heart, I want something cool to happen, right? Like I want like we're already here, you know. I want like Jay to get it, and then I want Jay to lose immediately to like Jimmy, and then I want to see some cool stuff happen with that, but like I'm just moving on in my own head. End of the day, if somebody goes home with I see two scenarios happening. One scenario, Breaker, the Bronze come out, they mess it all up, and nobody goes home with the belt. I don't want that to happen because I feel like it's gonna be really weird when there's only one belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like that belt's just vacated for until what, Survivor Series. So I think that could happen, but what I think is more likely to happen is they get more out of CM Punk holding this title. I feel like even CM Punk will get this belt and be our champion until Survivor Series or shortly after that.
So you think CM Punk? Uh, so if I had to pick one, then I think the likely person to win would be CM Punk. But I
Yeah.
don't think that's what's going to happen. I think the match is going to get thrown out because
Hmm.
there are way too many people that are pissed off about this. But I don't think it's going to be the Bronze. I think
Interesting.
LA Knight is going to finally turn heel, be pissed off, come out here and get the match thrown out because that would be fucking great.
I
It
mean, we
needs to happen. He needs to be so fed up with the bullshit of getting screwed over, kind of like McIntyre, but not as whiny. Like,
yeah, he
just
should
go out there and
honestly.
start wrecking shit.
Yeah, LA Knight should be the one turning heel right now with all the bullshit happening, but that would be entertaining. So you're leaning towards nobody winning?
I think that the match is going to be a no contest. I don't think that there's. I think it's going to get thrown out. I don't think we're going to have a winner, and I think that we'll get a I don't know tournament style match at Survivor Series. Have a Survivor Series match, and then the winning team has like a five-way for the belt.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens. But
It'd
yeah,
be a
so
hell of a lot more exciting than whatever the fuck they got planned for.
yeah, and all the hate for like Jey Uso online, at least obviously not in the arena. I see shirts and posters and signs everywhere, but online. I feel like if Jey Uso gets this belt, I feel like people are gonna be going crazy. But I mean, they could do something cool with it. It's just will they? And I feel like they won't. I feel like they should just give it to CM Punk for a little bit and do something dope at Survivor Series.
Now, do you think that the hate that Jace is getting online right now is because of just fatigue of the company trying to push him? Because everyone likes to get out there and fucking eat when he walks out. Like it doesn't matter how they're pitching him story wise. Like he's fun. He's got a fun entrance. It's a good pop. So the only way they heel turn him is like to get rid of the entrance. But I don't know if the hate online is because of that
Hmm.
or if it's because they are trying to heel turn him, you know? Like,
Maybe. I don't
are-
know. You know what I think it is,
do
man?
they want him? Do they want us to hate him?
I don't know, but you know what's making me hate him, bro, is the fact that last week or Monday, whatever it was, the last episode, I mean the double down on the intros, bro. It's like 10, 15 minutes before they say anything. This guy comes out, it takes forever, and then they gotta redo the whole intro again, run it back, and then CM Punk comes and run it back, run it back. I'm like, bro, this is taking 15 minutes. Like, we're wasting valuable time.
Bro, I have all my notes from Raw. You want to just do this?
I think this will be too long
I
for
I
that. I don't have on
I
my.
I'm gonna be really honest. I had a lot better things to say about that episode of Raw than I did this one.
I did
I
too.
think
I did
I
too as
think I
well.
gave like every match on there other than let me see. Yeah, I think the only matches I gave B's on there were Nikki Bella versus Roxanne and Penta and Rusev. But out of everything else, Charlotte and Alexa versus Bailey and Lyra was a killer fucking match. That
That
was
was a
great.
really good match. Yeah,
McDonough and Sheamus, dude, that was my match of the night. That was so fucking good.
that was a good one too. Yeah, no, it was a good one. I think we're like
Braun
super.
Breaker and LA Knight was a great match.
Also a good one. But again, I'm tired of the way that they'd be doing LA. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's okay. So that was my only comment on the end of the match was that spear seemed really anticlimactic. Like it was just like boom, done. I
Yeah.
don't know because there was so much build. LA Knight was so good.
Well,
Fucking Braun antagonizing him for his 67th birthday on commercial was hilarious.
yeah, that was funny. I will just say, let anybody, if anybody listens, to know that our excitement for the future and the past should let you know we're normally a little bit more positive than tonight's episode.
I'm like, I wish we'd have done one for that.
Yeah, we should
Hell,
have, but it's all
Halloween
right.
Havoc on NXT was crazy too. I enjoyed that one too. But
Yeah.
yeah, my excitement tonight, I hope is not the way it is going forward. I hope they pick it up for tomorrow night's Saturday
Yeah.
night's main event, which we didn't even do our thoughts on the last one, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I
Yes.
think I think Jade's going to win this. I think that they've leaned into this injury on Tiffany on purpose, and
Mhm.
it is clearly either either to babyface her further when she wins despite the injury.
Yeah.
But no, I think that would be really shitty to have Jade come back as badass as she did and just to have her lose. So I think it's clear that Jade is going to be taking that belt home.
Yeah, I feel like it makes sense for a change of hands, the title, the title to change hands on this night. And I feel like I really liked how Jade came out of, I think it was like Elimination Chamber or whatever, when she comes and attacks Naomi when she came back. And I feel like it'd be cool if Jade is winning for a little bit and then we get like a situation like that with Bianca. Maybe like, Survivor Series or later. But I
Yep.
do hope she wins. I also agree. I think she's gonna win. And the only way I don't see her winning is if something happens with like Julia or something, right? But then I think that'd be like a little bit BS. Like that would be a situation where I see like disqualification where it would kind of be like what we're talking about with the heavyweight title, where it just kind of like Tiffany's out for a while, but she still has the belt, maybe. But I don't see that happening. I'm pretty positive I'm pretty positive Jade is going to take the belt, and that's what I want.
Yep. I think that's how tomorrow night's probably going to go. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what other shenanigans get up to. Like,
All right, bro. We will see, but all right, I guess we'll be back tomorrow. We'll try to be on right after Saturday night's main event, and we'll see what we get into. Hopefully, it'll be a much better card. I have a feeling that it definitely will be.
I hope so.
All right, later, bro.
Later.